Yo, what up? What's poppin'? Back at it again with another video for y'all. And this is another story time video. I was wanting to chat with y'all because with it being football season, like, what I mean? I was just wanting to do another story time, another football story time of mine. So here's another story time of mine. In the year of 2012, it was a rough year for me. Football didn't go too good. I was playing defensive end, defensive tackle, and nose guard, but I didn't have a starting position. I only played in 2 games, and plus we had a losing season, and I was really discouraged. I didn't have no more confidence and belief in myself. My dad had passed away, and like I said, I did a video about this too. 2012, it was like a dark year for me. I had went through depression. But after my dad passed away, I decided to give football one more shot due to a coach having faith in me and seeing something in me that I didn't see in myself. So my first day of football practice after my dad passed away, this is my 5th year playing football, so I show up to football practice and it feels like it's a pretty good atmosphere. It feels like it's like a different vibe than it was last season, but it still felt kind of weird to be playing football after my dad passed away, because that's the thing. I was trying to be like my dad, but after my dad died, I realized that I had to be myself. But yeah, when I went to football practice, I mean, it was like a different atmosphere and it felt like a good atmosphere, but it was still the same stuff, still having to do drills, doing the routine, doing drills, doing up downs, doing high knees, running sprints, hitting the sleds, being quick, you know what I mean? But I still knew in my mind that if they gave me a chance to play offensive lineman, I knew I would have a chance to get a starting position. And you know what I mean? Like, but my first day of football practice, it was like a different vibe. It was a different vibe. It felt like a better vibe than it was back in 2012. You know what I mean? But yeah, but it still felt kind of weird, with my dad not being around, with my dad not taking me to practice, and it still felt weird. And it's like, even when I had my scrimmage game, like, and I did pretty good in the scrimmage game. I was on both offense and I was on both defense, and I played pretty good. I played pretty good in the game. You know what I mean? But when I had that starting position, when we had went up against, well, I'm not gonna give out the team's name, but I think it was like I think it was like maybe the fourth game or something. But I remember when I had the starting position as an offensive guard and we won 38-6. I knew I played good in that game because one of the coaches had told me, like, he said that, like, he was watching film over and over again and said that I was like the best offensive lineman on the field. And like I said, I knew it. I knew if they gave me a chance to play offensive lineman, I knew I would have a chance to start. Like I told y'all, your brain is one of the most powerful tools ever that God gave you. Your brain is an amazing creation that God created for all of us. So yeah, like, yeah, my first day of football practice, it felt like I was kind of like in like a different vibe, a different atmosphere, but it just felt weird that my dad won't around no more. My dad won't there because he had passed away. But yeah, I'm actually glad I played football in the 10th grade, even though I didn't have a passion for it. I'm still glad that I didn't miss out on the opportunity. But yeah, that's another story time of mine. Don't forget, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell on my channel, comment, share, like the video. Love y'all.